and the highest continues to bless us so we could always come together in times like this. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Jeremy. Next up are our public officials, and I'm going to ask both to come up. I think we have Officer Sharif Al-Mugabbar, who is part of our community. Brother Sharif, if you can come up. Also, Fire Marshal Scott Goldstein, if you can come up as well. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Sharif asked me to kick off, and thank you as the Montgomery County Fire Rescue Fire Chief. It is my honor to be here. It's a great opportunity, invitation. I look when I get it each year to come and join in the Iftar break here at MCC. It is one that I have looked forward to, and as an opportunity to join the community. Drew talked immensely as both the police and the fire department are here to answer your emergencies, help you in your time of need. It is our proud honor to be able to answer those problems and be the solvers to the chaos or the solution providers to your circumstances. So thank you for your service to the community. Your clinic is an amazing operation, and your role here in the New Hampshire Avenue community. So thank you much.
Assalamu alaikum. I kind of almost know everybody here, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. I've been a police officer for almost 20 years. I prayed in this hall on sheets before the existence of the actual prayer building that exists back there. So I'm kind of old. I'm just sharing this part with you. But what is the reason I'm here? I got invited here, not officially as a police officer, but as a person of the community. And I've been tasked with something. I'm going to share it with you, and I know my time is limited, so I'm going to make it quick. I'm tasked with a concern from the multiple communities, the Muslim communities that I've been going to. A deep concern that's related to our public school system. Because there is an issue that we're trying to deal with, and we're trying to struggle with, and we urge county officials, state officials, I don't know if it's even a federal rules or not, to help us with this issue, and the issue involving gender identity. That's a very sensitive topic that we'd rather to teach our own kids about the gender identity than having someone else enforcing that issue with them. Parents need to take notes about their options, and sad to say it, within the public school system, they don't have an option to opt out of certain classes. They should be able to get that option. That's just a complaint from the community. I'm only a police officer. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Sharif. I'm actually going to read order, and what will happen is we may have to break fast, but after we break fast, we'll continue the program. But let me invite Mark Elrich up, our county executive.
So I'm racing against the fast break. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. It is so nice to come in this room again and see so many friendly faces and people I know. We've been working together for a long time. And today I was meeting with who I think is going to be our next health officer. One of the things we talked about doing was continuing the community hubs that we set up during COVID, because we realized that our reach to the community as a government was not possible to the depth that we wanted to do it without all the community groups that we've worked with. And so we've decided to make that a permanent feature of how Montgomery County is going to go forward in serving our communities. I want to thank you for all the things you do for everybody, and this clinic here is symbolic of that. Everybody knows, or should know, that you serve more non-Muslims than you serve Muslims here. You serve the community because your responsibility is to your fellow man and woman. It is not just the people, it's the thing that binds us together, and these are the things we have in common. So I am really grateful to have this opportunity to be here. I'm glad to be in a community that's as welcoming and participatory as you are. I'd like to remind everybody that in the last little over a year, we lost Tufail Ahmad and Dr. Rahman, who were major leaders in the Muslim community, and I just want to acknowledge all the work they did. And Tufail, who more than anybody, brought the Muslim community into Montgomery County political life, who had the courage to run for office 20 years ago, had the courage to say, I'm a Muslim and I want to play a role in Montgomery County. He didn't win the election, but he helped normalize the relationships of the Muslim community with everybody else. And I've encouraged people from day one, you need to be active in your schools, you need to be active in your community, you need to demonstrate to people who are nervous and afraid, and America's full of narrow-minded people who are nervous and afraid, that you're not nervous and afraid, and that you're part of this community and you have a role to play. I welcome what you do. I've seen your work. I know your commitment. I know that this is a holiday about love and embracing our commonality, and that's what you do in our community. You bring love, you bring progress, you bring brotherhood and sisterhood, and you've helped make Montgomery County a better place. Thank you so much, and hopefully I haven't overrun the call.
Thank you so much, Mark. I'm confirming, I think it is time to break fast, but before you do, let me just, can you look at the calendar real quick, Sakib? 1 more minute, okay. So what we'll do is this, we're gonna break the fast. I asked our community, because we have just a few more people that are here, if you could just hang out for a little bit, we'll go, we'll come back, and the rest of the guests that need to speak, we'll make sure that we respectfully let them speak while we eat. Brother Khalid? Not yet. It's started? I don't want to be responsible for that guy that makes you break your fast early, so I want to make sure that it is 100% good. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Sakib, did you look on that website to the calendar? It doesn't say anything? Okay. Let's take a little break. So we have, we'll have Arwa. I don't think Director James Stowe is here. Anise is here. Here we go. Now it's time to break your fast. I didn't want to get in trouble, that's it. Wolf, is Board of Education Lynn here as well? Okay, got it.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. Hello everyone, my name is Arwal Burai. I work for the Office of Community Partnerships as the Middle Eastern liaison. I am so grateful to be here with you today, and I'm also very blessed that I work with my brothers and sisters at MCC on a regular basis and daily basis, and I see the amazing work that you're doing for everybody in the community. And I reiterate what the county executive, Mr. Mark, said about you're not only serving Muslim community, you're serving everybody in our community and making our community more diverse. And this is the beauty of the work that you're doing. So thank you so much for everything you do. We truly appreciate it. Thank you. Ramadan Kareem.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kate Chance. I'm the faith liaison, also with the Office of Community Partnerships. So Arwa and I are close colleagues. Thank you so much for having me here today. My master's degree is actually in Islam and Hinduism. I once worked for a Muslim nonprofit that combated Islamophobia. It's called Islamic Networks Group. And so I'm really passionate about working with this community. And I love pointing to MCC as a powerful example of the wonderful things that the faith community do, right? Just from the clinic to your support for Afghan newcomers and language classes, I just really appreciate all that you do. And I tell people all the time that our Ukrainian neighbors that are trying to get settled here have been using your clinic, right? And about the wonderful partnership that you have with the Ukrainian church across the street. So just thank you so much for having me here today. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all that you do for the community.
Well, good evening. My name is Brenda Wolf, and I'm here from the Board of Education. Many of you know me. I've been here several years. This is always a wonderful event to attend. I also represent this area on the school board. And what I wanted to share with you tonight is that we recognize some of the challenges that the Muslim community has had around bullying in our community. And we have instituted a pilot course which will be at Magruder and one other high school known as the Muslim Global Experiences course. This is a course that's going to deal with prejudice and Islamophobia. Students will learn about Muslim cultures, geography, and history worldwide. The course will highlight the global spread of Muslims and their experiences in Africa, Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and the United States. If this course is as successful as we hope it will be expanded to all schools next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Zee, for coming. Thank you, Brenda. So we do have two guests. We'll take them after Iftar. Anis and Dr. James Still is on his way here, Director James Still. But for now, we got majority of the program before. He went. Yeah. So what I would ask right now is we get ready to go for the prayer. For our guests, those who would like to go, we can take you there. But for those who are staying back, we're going to go ahead and serve you your dinner now so that you can get started. We'll all reconvene and then have our last two guests speak afterwards. Thank you so much for your patience.
Yes, sir.
So in food we have these wonderful kebab, chickpeas, we have chicken, we have spinach, we have chicken tikka, then here is the rice, here is bread, and here is the salad. So this is what we flyer redefining completely something.
Yes, to see you. Oh, so sorry.
Right now they are starting only one school.
आप खाना लेके आएंगे तो मैं सारे
He's the director of the Human Rights Commission and has been coming to this iftar dinner for years, many years.
So now folks, we are having
Anis can come up too.
some people more will speak in the program, so stick on and watch it.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm liaison to the Office of Human Rights. an ideal 5 committees and commissions: Committee Against Hate Violence, Human Rights Commission, Commission on Remembrance and Reconciliation, Interagency Fair Housing Coordination Group, and Dr. Martin Luther King Birthday Celebration Committee. I am here as a Muslim. That's my first identity, and I am here also to say greetings and salam to everybody. Let me introduce my director, Mr. James Stowe. Before that, we have one member of the Committee Against Hate Violence, Mr. Dr. Sheikh Hassan. Please raise your hand. And now, Director Stowe will say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to be here every year to celebrate with all of you this very important time in the year, in the life of members of our community who are Muslim. And so we celebrate you and we lift you up. As Anisa said, my colleague, I am Director of the Office of Human Rights. And I want to share with you that we have services that you need to be aware of, particularly as it relates then to issues of, unfortunately, hate violence that occurs in our communities. He mentioned the Committee Against Hate Violence. I just want to say a word or two about that. If in fact you feel you are a victim of any incident of hate-related activity in your community, we can be a resource to you. And so if by chance, and I hope it never happens to you, that if it were to occur, that you're able to call our officers. Not only do we investigate along with our police department, but also are there to serve and also be a witness to what happened. But also if you in fact incur any kind of damages, property damages, as an example, we have resources that are able to at least make some of the in this case, the issue go away for you. We can pay up to $2,000 of expenses that you might incur if in fact you've had property damage. And and definitely hope this does not happen to anybody out there, if there's any sort of personal injury, we even pay up to $4,000 of any expenses that you might incur. Now these are small things, I must say, but it's a way for the county to say you're not by yourself, you're not alone in this at all. We are there with you and stand with you throughout this incident and throughout this circumstance. So anyway, let me just share that with you as well. Before I take my seat, and thank you, by the way, for letting me have this few moments to speak with you. The one thing that I would add, I find it very interesting when I come to the Iftaar, and particularly the MCC, because while you may have a different last name, you may have different geography in terms of where you come from around the world. When I look out and see the faces in this audience, I see someone that looks like my cousin. I see someone that looks like my uncle. I see someone that looks like my aunt. I see someone that favors my mother. I see someone that favors my father. What am I saying? In your faces, I see me. I hope in my face you see you. That's what this world is all about. And so on this day, I stand here in reverence to the things that are important to our Muslim community, because today, I am Muslim. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director, and thank you, Brother Anis. That actually officially wraps up our program. Now I'm going to ask Arwa, James, Anise, anyone else from the county. Do you guys always need volunteers from our community? Can you use volunteers? Okay, so for our community members, you can go online, you know their names, we'll post the agenda. Please volunteer. There's a lot of opportunities with the county to volunteer. It's our county, we have to make sure that we all chip in. I lastly want to thank all of our wonderful volunteers, speaking of, who help facilitate the food serving, just the decorations, everything. They're a gift to us, and we really appreciate every single one of them. Thank you all. And is that Mike Herta? Raise your hand. Oh, no, that's the other one. These are our, no, that's not. Okay, I know that you help us with our Juma, right? Yeah. I wanted to recognize every Friday we have our Friday prayer. We have our police officers that always help us with the traffic and the crowd control. So just raise your hand. Want to recognize you. Thank you so much. Everyone, thank you for coming, and we hope to see you again next year. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazz!
So folks, this is Dr.Afshan Hashmi live from MCC Interfaith Dinner. So I just wanted to wrap up this program. Bye.